Yeah, that's awesome. It's like the next generation of the Steiners because Braun Breaker, Rick's son, your brother's, your nephew, your brother's son, he's on TV for NXT. It's like the next generation of Steiners. It's awesome.
Yeah. So, but they both love it. So that all that matters, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think about Braun Breaker in NXT? What do you think about his maturation?
He's picked it up quicker than I thought he would. Uh, but no, he's but because there's so many intricate details you got to pay attention to. But he was always a fan. Like I've said this before, is he like he'd watch me on Nitro, then he'd ride his bicycle over and cut the same promo on me, to me. I was like, man, come up with your own shit. That's all. But no, he's always. I believe that's probably why he's good with interviews today, is because he's been doing it for so long. So then he copies all my shit, so that helps.
And it's crazy because he's kind of like Rick and you combined. Like he's got your athleticism, but he's got Rick's look. You know, he does Rick's clothesline. It's very weird. It's like he's both of you combined.
Yeah, yeah, he's very athletic. Because he was in Baltimore Ravens camp in the COVID year, which was tough because they all had to learn by video and not too much on the field. So he made it to the second to last cut. So no, he did good, you know. And then he got called like a year after he started wrestling, but he was already making good progress in wrestling, so he just stayed down there at the performance center.
Do you think he should be on WWE TV?
Do I think he's ready? Yeah, but there's no point of going up there if there's not any plans, because there's so many people up there now with CM Punk coming back. Uh, Cody Rhodes just came back, and then The Rock just came back. So for that Raw, so it sounds like they might be doing the WrestleMania with The Rock and Roman Reigns. So there's so many top notch talent right now. So it's hard for them to find a spot for everybody. So he might. It's better to stay down there instead of going up there and get lost in the shuffle. So it's always better to go up there when they have concrete plans for you.
True, very true. You mentioned him copying your promos and stuff. Man, you had some of the best promos. I loved it. Like switches on bitches, your freaks, holler if you hear me. Where did like all that come from? Because it's just innovative, but it's also something we've never heard from or seen before. Like promos like that.
Yeah, that the thing when I first started wrestling, they were saying, "Oh, I can't do an interview," and when I first started, that was not my nature. With amateur wrestling, you really weren't. You always had to remain humble. So there really wasn't a lot of shit talking. Otherwise, it'd come back to bite you in the ass. So when I first started out, we were wearing our Michigan jackets, and I was still in the mindset because I had been out of college for only like a couple of years. So then when I, became Big Papa Pump, I just kind of like, there was a lot of frustration that had built up, and I just, I knew what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to copy anybody else, so I came up with a lot of different stuff.
I
And
love
people,
this.
and like my math promo, people still love that to this day.
I was gonna say I love that about Samoa Joe. You fat piece of garbage. And then you
Yeah,
do the Steiner math.